Buckle your seatbelts, because what I'm about to tell you is not for the weak-hearted. Remy Ma is pregnant, and it's not by Papoose. Yes, you heard that right. Sources are whispering, timelines are exploding, and hip-hop Twitter has officially gone into cardiac arrest because the streets are saying Eazy the Block Captain might have blocked more than just a verse. How did this happen? When did this happen? And why is Papoose out here throwing hands like a WWE main event? Could the Queen of the Bronx have really stepped out on the man who held her down through prison, poverty, and the pandemic? And if the rumors are true, what was Eazy really cooking in those battle rap rehearsals? This ain't just tea, baby. This is a whole boiling pot of scandal, marinated in betrayal, seasoned with side eyes, and served up hot right out of the drama oven. We've got the whispers, the wild footage, the alleged text messages, and one anonymous source who claims they saw everything go down behind the green room curtain. So grab your popcorn, hide your kids, and do not blink, because what you're about to hear could literally change the course of hip-hop history. Remy, Eazy, Papoose, one triangle, endless mess. And baby, this drama just gave birth to a whole new chapter. Stay tuned. You won't believe what we found. Let's get into it. All right, fam, let's break this madness down piece by piece, brick by scandalous brick. We're talking about Remy Ma, the lyrical lioness of the Bronx, the battle-tested queen, the rap veteran who survived prison, public beefs, and even the industry's fake friendships. A woman who had the whole hood chanting her comeback when she dropped Shether and took a lyrical bat to Nicki Minaj's empire. And then we got Papoose, Mr. Loyalty himself. The blueprint for ride or die. The man who held it down for 7 years while Remy was locked up, writing her letters, holding her family together, defending her honor, and praying for the day she'd walk free. These two? They were a power couple, like Beyoncé and Jay-Z, if Jay had better bars and Bey carried a switchblade. But then enters the villain, or should we say, the block captain. Eazy the Block Captain, a battle rapper with bars colder than the East Coast winters, and apparently, charm hot enough to melt loyalty like butter on a Harlem sidewalk in July. Eazy's been rising fast in the rap world, and some say he's been getting close to Remy behind the scenes for months. Real close. Too close. Let's talk about that infamous battle night. Cameras were flashing, the crowd was roaring, and Remy was there, hosting like the queen she is. But something was off. People noticed Eazy and Remy sharing long glances. Whispers started buzzing. Yo, why is she giggling like that? Did she just touch his shoulder? Why is Papoose standing in the corner like a security guard ready to snap? And then, boom. Word on the street says Papoose caught them backstage alone. No crew, no cameras, just Remy and Eazy, in what sources describe as a suspiciously close convo, with doors locked, lights dimmed, and vibes off the charts. They were there for 17 minutes, claims one anonymous staffer, who says they accidentally walked in. Now let's pause right there. 17 minutes. What were they doing in 17 minutes? A freestyle cipher? Plotting the next URL battle? Or something a whole lot messier? Because when Papoose walked in, all hell broke loose. According to multiple eyewitnesses, some verified, some with shady Twitter handles, Papoose went off like furniture flying, shouting match kind of chaos. I ain't never been disrespected like this in my life. Someone even claims a water bottle was thrown. Not spilled, thrown. Security had to step in. Eazy left with a red cheek and a tilted fitted. Remy stormed off, visibly shaken. Papoose? He vanished. Didn't show up for the next two events. Deleted all his IG posts. Even unfollowed Remy and Eazy. Now you know in celebrity land, unfollowing is basically divorce papers. And that's when the speculation kicked into full gear. Was this just a misunderstanding? Or the beginning of the biggest betrayal in hip-hop love story history? And then, just when we thought things couldn't get wilder, the internet said, hold my mic. Because last week, a mysterious tweet popped up from a burner account called A Truth in the Booth. No blue check, no bio, just heat. And it simply said, Remy 3 months pregnant, Eazy's the dad. Papoose knows. That's why the last battle got canceled. Behind the bars. The tweet went viral in under an hour. 22,000 retweets, 90,000 likes, and thousands of comments like, If this true, Papoose need to drop a diss track and a Netflix documentary. Remy went from all the way up to all, the way messy. Not easy hitting the block and the crib. And it gets darker. We dug deeper, checked flight records, looked at hotel reservations, even tracked Eazy's recent interviews. And guess what? 1 week before the rumored incident, Eazy was spotted checking into a luxury suite at the same hotel Remy's event staff was staying in. Same floor, same hallway, adjacent rooms. Coincidence or coincident? And get this, someone leaked a blurry photo. It's not HD, it's grainy, looks like it was taken on a microwave. But it shows what looks like Remy in a white hoodie sneaking into a room 2 doors down from Eazy's. That same hoodie, worn earlier that night on stage. We're not saying it's proof, but we're also not saying it's not. Because why else would Papoose suddenly cancel appearances, go ghost on social media, and reportedly move out of their shared home in Jersey? Yep, another alleged leak. From a neighbor who swears she saw a U-Haul and 2 angry cousins dragging bags out the front door. Let's put it together, shall we? Romantic tension caught on camera, a 17-minute backstage mystery, a viral pregnancy rumor, flight and hotel overlap. Papoose vanishing like Thanos snapped him. If this ain't a full-blown scandal, then we don't know what is. Now look, we're not here to say Remy's guilty, but the timeline is suspicious, the energy is chaotic, and the silence is deafening. No official statements, no clarifications, just cryptic tweets from Remy. Like seeing sometimes the ones who ride the hardest get tired too. Girl, what does that even mean? And don't even get us started on Eazy, who dropped a freestyle 2 days later with the line, "A queen with a crown, but her king ain't home." We're going to pause right here, because this thing goes way deeper than a little hotel hallway tryst. In part 2, we're digging into the leaked text messages, anonymous insider quotes, and the secret baby registry that may have just confirmed everything. Yes, we said it. Baby. So stay locked in. This is only the beginning. The Philly. Show in March. People listened. Tone claimed his source was a hotel employee who saw Remy and Eazy walking hand in hand to the elevator at 2:34 a.m. and then didn't see either of them leave the suite until late the next morning. Now hold. If you're still telling yourself this is probably just a coincidence, let's talk about Papoose's reaction, because he didn't stay quiet for long. While he didn't address the situation directly, Pap did what any emotionally calculated, heartbroken lyricist would do. He dropped a freestyle. A dark, angry, piano-heavy track, posted with no title, no caption, just his voice. One line stood out and had everyone clutching their pearls. Held you down through your sentence. Now I'm sentenced to betrayal. Gave you loyalty. You gave me a fairy tale. Oof. The pain in his voice. Raw, unfiltered. And fans knew instantly. This was no generic heartbreak anthem. This was personal. And if that wasn't confirmation enough, he unfollowed several members of Remy's inner circle. Her stylist, her makeup artist, even her cousin who handles event bookings. He also removed all traces of their wedding anniversary post from this past May. In the middle of all this mess, Eazy went live on Instagram, not to clear the air, not to deny the rumors. No. He just sat there, sipping water, scrolling through comments, smirking every time someone typed, "Is it your baby? How's Remy?" And then he ended the live with the words, "Y'all gonna find out soon enough." Sir, that is not the denial we needed. Then came the clapbacks. Remy stans versus Eazy fans. Twitter went to war. Instagram got messier than a Love and Hip Hop reunion. People started taking sides, sharing old clips of Remy saying she'd never cheat on a man who rides for her, contrasting them with footage of Eazy praising her intellect and beauty a little too enthusiastically in interviews. And while all that was happening, blogs started reporting that Papoose had been in serious talks with divorce lawyers. Not confirmed, not denied, but a known New York-based attorney even posted a cryptic story saying, "When loyalty is broken, healing begins with a signature." The speculation was nonstop. But let's be honest, this ain't just about cheating. This is about an empire crumbling. Because Remy and Pap weren't just a couple. They were a brand, a movement, relationship goals. Pap had even started a joint real estate venture in Remy's name last year. And the word on the street? That project is now frozen, funding pulled, staff laid off. One employee allegedly said, "We got a memo that said operations are paused until further notice. Nobody's answering emails." And what about Fat Joe? The big bro, the mentor, the peacemaker. Fans were waiting on him to say something, anything. And what did Joe post the same week everything exploded? A single Instagram story. A Bible verse. What's done in the dark will come to light. That's not helping Joe. Then the plot twisted again. An unverified but widely shared voice note surfaced. A woman claiming to be close to Remy said she doesn't regret anything. She felt unseen. Pap was loyal, but distant. Eazy made her feel like she was in her 20s again. That voice note made rounds in group chats, forums, even radio shows. People started debating. Does emotional neglect justify stepping out? Should loyalty be blind? Does holding someone down come with expectations of eternal devotion? Suddenly, everyone had a hot take. The barbershop, the beauty salon, Reddit threads titled, "Did Remy ruin Black love?" and Eazy, victim or villain? Meanwhile, real-world consequences were already piling up. One sponsorship deal Remy had with a beauty brand quietly disappeared from their page. A planned TV appearance postponed indefinitely. Her podcast, which just signed a distribution deal, missed 2 uploads in a row. And Papoose, last seen at a private lounge in Brooklyn, surrounded by his boys. No ring on his finger. Some say he's letting off steam. Others say he's mourning a marriage in real time. But here's the kicker. The moment it all felt undeniably real. A single blurry paparazzi photo outside a doctor's office. Remy, hoodie up, face down. Next to her, Eazy, baseball cap pulled low, mask on. No smiles, no talking, just silence. And that's where we are. A picture worth 1,000 screams. A love triangle turned full-on demolition site. But believe it or not, it doesn't end here. Because in part 3, we're diving into the legal side. The NDAs. The rumored paternity tests. The potential court battles. And why this scandal might be about to cost someone millions. This is no longer just gossip. This is turning into a full-blown industry earthquake. And you better believe the aftershocks are just getting started. Multiple sources confirm that legal teams, yes, plural, are circling this scandal like vultures over a 6-figure carcass. Papoose, Remy, Eazy the Block Captain, all reportedly consulting attorneys, not just for divorce, but damage control. We're talking NDAs, gag orders, cease and desist letters. One insider claims Remy's camp tried to shut down 3 blogs that posted the alleged baby registry and leaked texts. One gossip site says they got a direct email from a legal team threatening to sue for defamation unless the story was removed within 24 hours. And guess what? They took it down. No apology, no correction, just gone. If it wasn't true, why go full legal nuclear? Let's talk about the paternity test. Oh yeah, it's allegedly in motion too. According to someone close to the situation, a guy who once worked security at one of Remy's birthday parties, Papoose demanded a DNA test before even considering reconciliation. He reportedly told a mutual friend, "If it's mine, I'll do right. If it ain't, I'm done forever." Phew, that's not a man guessing. That's a man who knows something ain't adding up. Meanwhile, Eazy's laying low, but not silent. He posted a story that read, "Lions don't lose sleep over opinions of sheep." Then an hour later, he doubled down with a selfie. Caption, "Fatherhood looks good on me." Not subtle, at all. Here's where it goes from personal to professional joint ventures, frozen, clothing brand talks, dead. One investor pulled out of a 6-figure deal saying, "The brand was loyalty. You can't sell trust when the foundation's cracked." Even Remy's TV hosting gig, allegedly in jeopardy. Producers are reevaluating her image. Advertisers are nervous. Behind closed doors, Fat Joe is reportedly furious. According to an unnamed source from Joe's label, he confronted Remy, telling her, "You didn't just mess up your brand, you messed up ours." Then came the biggest twist yet. One source who claims to have seen court filings says Papoose may be preparing to file for full custody of their daughter. Citing emotional instability, breach of family trust. That's legal speak for, you brought another man into this house. I ain't having it. And let's not ignore the fallout for Eazy. Once rising star of battle rap, now infamous. His name is no longer just lyrical fire. It's scandal, married woman, possible baby. Entire empire crumbled. One event even dropped his name from the flyer, last minute. When contacted, the venue said, "We just want to avoid distractions." Translation: this drama is bad for business, but the biggest hit might be to the fans. For years, people saw Remy and Pap as black love goals. Now that legacy has a crack running down the middle. Some are heartbroken, some feel lied to. Because when your brand is built on loyalty, and that gets shattered in front of millions, what's left? Remy has stayed mostly silent. One cryptic tweet, a few quiet appearances, no press, no interviews, no denial. And sometimes, silence is the loudest. Answer: so what happens next? If the baby rumors are true, expect headlines, paternity tests, court hearings, custody battles so messy, Wendy Williams might come out of retirement if it's not true. Why hasn't Remy cleared it up? Why hasn't Pap shut it down? Why is Eazy still feeding the flames? Too many questions, not enough answers. But one thing's for sure, something happened. Whether it was an affair, emotional entanglement, or a PR disaster, this story left a permanent mark. So if you're still trying to figure out who to believe, who to blame, or how deep this rabbit hole goes, don't worry, we're not done. Not even close. Because when the truth finally comes out, if it ever does, we'll be right here, with the receipts, with the breakdowns, with every twist. Stay tuned, because this isn't just gossip, it's a cultural earthquake. And baby, it just hit magnitude 10.